My parents and my grandparents were always trying to get me to be a doctor or go into the sciences because we needed more women in the sciences, which is so funny because I don't think any of them could do basic algebra. They were all humanities and arts people, and they really wanted us to just magically be scientists. Well, but it wasn't going to happen.
Do what you're going to do. You write a book called The Apothecary, and you put some science in it.
Very scientific science.
Right.
The apothecary is someone who can make sort of magical potions and elixirs from real plants. There's a real place in London called the Chelsea Visit Garden, which was started by the Worshipful Society of Apothecaries.
Which is the best name for a group of people ever.
Right? And England had this enormous empire of all these different places, and they would bring back medicinal plants from all those places and plant them in this garden. It's amazing and magical.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Devotion. The adorable book with a preppy cover and a cute creature on the front that gave me nightmares
Very
for 2 weeks.
misleading cover. Riverhead Books, which is my publisher for my adult books, my grown-up books, they wanted a tiny book and they wanted a single short story. And the one I had happened to be creepy and horrifying. And then it had this incredibly adorable design, and it reminds me of those little Marie Sendak books. Tiny, right?
Yes.
And it turned out to trick people into thinking it was going to be much more adorable than it is.
I love
But I like that.
I love the contrast, sort of the conflict. One of my favorite things you've ever written is the short story collection, Both Ways is the Only Way I Want It.
Oh, thank you.
That title, would that be a good title for your writing career as well?
That's a good title for my life in general. I always want everything both ways. When I was a kid, my stepmother always wanted us to say what we were going to be when we grew up, and I would refuse to answer because choosing one thing meant eliminating all the other things.
Right.
And I wanted all the options, and I still want all the options. And I feel like writing short stories is great because you get to inhabit lots of different people and lots of different situations.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It was great.
And thanks for joining us for A Word on Words. I'm Mary Laura Philpott. Keep reading.
I realized writing these books that parents are a real problem when you're writing a kid's adventure story.
They're a real buzzkill.
They're a serious buzzkill because you have to keep checking in with them. And the parents are good parents in these books, and the kids love them, and it just gets in the way. And I really understand why so many kids in kids' books are orphans.
Yes.
Because then you don't have to deal with the
orphans
parents.
have all the adventures.
All the adventures.